Finland, land of the thousand lakes, where the sun doesn't set during summers or rise during winters, and where the rest of the seasons are pretty miserable. A nation that has a lion in its coat of arms, even though they probably have a pretty bad time there. A country rich with natural beauty, but where people are strongly incentivized to clump into population centers. Happiest country in the world with the highest unemployment in the EU. A country and people full of paradoxes. It's no wonder that a thriving indie game development scene would emerge within a country like this. I mean, look at Cruelty Squad, or Ultra Kill, or Noita, or Baba Issue. Only a person stuck indoors because they in fact live in Finland would cook up that shit. There is, however, one group within the Finnish society that doesn't have the luxury, but is bearing the brunt of blistering heat, pouring rain, freezing cold, and the runtu year after year. The conscripts. For reasons that escape me, there are individuals that go through this common experience for Finnish men and women and go, yeah, I'd like to do that for a living, that sounds good. Antti Leinonen was one of these people. And as is tradition with every officer that I have had both the pleasure and displeasure to deal with, the man is a little bit insane to some degree. I will be real with you. Also, I think the conscripts kind of do their part in driving these people insane. I know I did. Now, let me elaborate. The man had pulled through a lot of shenanigans and earned his officer's commission. Like, it ain't exactly easy to earn a commission. You have to go through a pretty rigorous school, I believe. He was, sitting on a pretty decent employment prospects and was, on his way to the officer's retirement. Yet the guy was like, I'm gonna try my hand at game development instead. Fuck all this. Well, he didn't say fuck all this, but you get the point. Now, what doesn't simply leave the Finnish Defense Forces after recently gaining their commission? Nah, there's something of a fine that someone like that would need to pay if they were to do so, and to put into perspective what kind of sum we are talking about, the man sold his car to pay it. Fuck it, we ball type shit, I guess. Now, I am currently painting a picture of a very reckless man making drastic life decisions in order to construct a really convenient narrative for my silly YouTube video. In truth, the drive for being a game developer was always there probably for Antti, and he wasn't exactly starting from zero as he evaluated his risks, like a good officer probably does, and ultimately decided to pursue his goal. But goddamn, listen to the man himself describe his reasoning and tell me if I'm not at least partially right with my false narrative.
So I started to look ways how to get away from the military, but there's an issue because when you're a young Finnish military officer, you have basically this agreement with the government. And if you break that agreement, it means that you have to pay yourself out from the military. And I had two options. Option one, stick with the military 4 more years so I can get out without paying that. But the second option, meaning I live now and I pay the fine, basically meant that I had to pay a low 5-figure amount of money and take that risk that if I want to pursue this dream of becoming a game developer, it will cost this. So I sold my car got away military and landed a job at becoming or being a full-time visual game design teacher.
I would highly recommend pausing this video, probably just shut it down completely, you'd be saner for that. Damn, shorty, how you doing? You look fine. Am I okay? And listening to the whole interview, Antti is far better at telling his own story than some hoopla field dingus on the internet. I'm just saying there might be some inaccuracies in my quote-unquote research. Throughout his time in the military, Antti was earning money on the side by building Unity assets. This experience eventually landed him a job as a visual game design teacher. I swear to God, if I was a student in said school and I knew that my teacher was a former FDF officer, I would have freaked the fuck out. Antti's time as a teacher was extremely beneficial for his future plans. He was exposed to various types of game development projects and was able to build a network of talented people from his former students. That's a sentence right there, boy. Eventually, the time was right to launch the crowdfunding campaign for Road to Vostok, a post-apocalyptic realistic survival single-player FPS for which an idea had been steadily brewing in Antti's head, akin to how moonshine brews inside a bucket. I'ma be real, I will just ignore the narrative inconsistency of presenting the interview before revealing the name of the game. Ignorance is bliss. Now, in order to launch a successful crowdfunding campaign in such a crowded and poor reputation garnering scene, a developer needs to really capture the attention of any potential backer. I would like to show exactly how Antti did it.
Welcome to Road to Vostok devlog episode 1. My name is Antti. I'm a Finnish game developer and a former army officer who decided to resign in order to make video games.
Absolute cinema. Like was the case with the interview, I would highly recommend checking out the devlog series if you've been even remotely interested in game development at some point. It tells the story far better than I could. What I can say for certain is that throughout their 4+ year development cycle, Antti pretty much delivered on every promise and goal he ever set. And I think the success in the early access launch probably speaks for itself. Now, why on earth did I just yap your ear off right there and then? Normally, a game with tags such as these would promptly drive me running as far as I could from it. However, this project, its creator and its setting, drew me towards it like how the stars draw moths to their destinations or into lamps, which is rather accurate description of how my first steps with the game went.
Welcome to Road to Vostok.
I guess I wanted to provide you some background before I take you, dear viewer, on a country trip to the southeastern Finland. I guess I'd like to try out a different format of yapping with gameplay, and you're the guinea pig. It probably doesn't come as a surprise that the tutorial hasn't been given too much attention. The 15 or so signs get the basics across, and you can try just about every gun and item in a safe environment. For me specifically, it just gives me the opportunity to be reunited with my beloved tool. Oh yeah, I should maybe mention, I am in fact Finnish, in case the flawless pronunciation and consequent need of subtitles didn't give something away. Suomi perkele. As you start the game, you have varying options with which you can adjust just how thoroughly you'd like your member to be flattened. As a soy boy beta male gamer that I am, I went with the recommended settings. Just a light flattening for me. Based on those settings, my playthrough starts in the cabin, a cozy little place with all the commodities that a male would ever need. I've also been issued a starting loadout. I have become the Mosin Man.
As far as I'm concerned, this Saturday night, there's not even gonna be a fight.
I will torture his body so that his soul learns to be humble.
I'm gonna dance around him while he tried to hit me with his cane.
God is the teacher, Derek is the student, and I am God's instrument.
Now, here is where the realistic tag comes into play when it comes to loading cartridges into a magazine-fed bolt-action rifle. I will admit, there would have been a time in my past when simply pressing R to do all that shit as I proceeded to assert dominance by no-scoping that slur hurling kick in a card lobby would have been preferable, but I kind of like the slower approach of multiple inputs for added geekery. I'm getting old, man. Like a good boy, I turned the lights off and entered the most fear-inducing space for someone like me. Outside. The rush of sensory stimuli is too much. I must consume media before I carry on.
Ja sitten viikon kohokohtaan, eli perinteiseen luontovisaan. Tämän viikon visassa sukellamme lintujen, ja tässä tapauksessa vesilintujen ihmeelliseen maailmaan. Viikon kysymys kuuluu näin. Mikä on meille kaikille tutun sinisorsan latinankielinen nimi? Eli mikä on sinisorsan latinankielinen nimi? Siinäpä onkin teille pähkinä purtavaksi kotiin.
Мы больше ничего не знаем о происходящем.
Seuraa ylimääräinen uutistiedote. Karhuhavainnot rajaseudulta jatkuvat vilkkaana.
As a Finnish resident, I am uniquely qualified to confirm that those trees, they are in fact the kinds of trees I've seen in nature.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Jokes aside, this game excels in its world building. Antti has lived most of his life in this region, and he did some extensive photographic mapping, fancy game development words that go right over my head. Basically, the man entered a bunch of asbestos-filled, long-since dilapidated, restricted areas, took photos of them and put them into the game world somehow. The results, they speak for themselves. In a world that is becoming more and more reliant on AI-generated content, this should be celebrated and cherished. Throughout my 11 or so hours of getting bodied by the early game runes, I've slowly been conditioned to avoid engagements unless they're occurring in my turns. Hence why I'm not just running into that yellow house. Yet situations, they kind of emerge beyond my control. I mean, just... I'm alive, I guess that matters. And the goofy goober, he was carrying a compatible optic for my CQB weapon. I scurry from this crime scene like the rat that I am. I take stock of the stuff that I cold-heartedly took from the still warm body. A bastard definitely not an AK-74U. Of course there's weapon durability in this game. The acquisition of the scope has vastly improved my ability to observe my surroundings. The game has opted to use the full FOV zoom to accomplish this effect instead of the more horsepower demanding only shoot inside the scope approach. The fancy name is there. In a world where PC parts are skyrocketing, I'm okay with this approach. do a big ol' loop and proceed to approach the houses from a different angle. I'm somewhat familiar with the first village area, yet I do not know exactly how the game spawns the ghouls and where. This is probably the goal. The player shouldn't completely have the control. Maybe, I don't know. As is probably the tradition with realistic shooters, there's a whole process for how ammo needs to be inserted and removed from the magazine and from the chamber itself. As I reminisce my past, I hear a goon yap. I'm not exactly sure why I proceeded to loot the building that was towards the direction of the speech that I just heard. I suppose I have not been slapped across my face enough times.
How'd it feel to kill?
I don't know, dog. Feel fucking good, I guess.
Perhaps being emboldened by the sick shot that I just landed, dog, I chose to stick around for more goons to come and try and find things out. This goes against the red style that I should be practicing, but the bloodlust is too strong. My ADHD brain wants that AC 130 gunship kill streak high that has been conditioned into my 30-second TikTok brain. The game, it could boil down to a single decision that the player needs to answer time and time again. Is the risk that I'm taking worth the potential reward? Am I currently in that much bad of a need for a low-tier firearm and its ammo from that body to warrant the risk of maybe getting blasted by some fool over there that I maybe heard?
ne kulkee ja koirat kauan. Niin.
Maybe the decision to stick around was okay. My ego is massive as I approach. CQB motion type beat again. Or maybe the bastard definitely not Makarov would be the better option. Oh yeah, there's ammo check mechanics. Of course there is. The game isn't tedious in some of its mechanics. As you open a loadable thing, you don't need to wait for a certain amount of time as the game simulates your guy trifling through stuff to see what's inside. That's just fine for me. Now, where does the survival part of the game come into play, you may ask? Observe the varying conditions at display. Basically, you need to keep the numbers up by consuming stuff and equipping gear to stay alive. Right below are varying conditions. These range in severity, ranging from being over-encumbered and needing to lighten the load. Do you have a severe arterial bleeding and you need the right item to treat it if you're interested in not dying in seconds? Have fun! back to my bullshit next to the funny rock. There are games where I think I know what the AI is doing, what it's capable of, and then there's this game. I could not have seen that man over there without the scope, but he didn't have the same issue. The weather is dynamic. The rain alters the landscape and shifts the vibe. Dog, I have a K in my inventory. Where did I get that? Another gamey mechanic is the fact that you can switch between weapons in your inventory rather quickly. I guess the alternative would have been the lengthy timer as the player switches between them. I guess that's not the game's goal. Yes, the classic household shotgun.
Terminal ballistics. Pistols put holes in people. Rifles put holes through people. Shotguns at the right range with the right load will physically remove a chunk of shit off your opponent and throw that shit on the floor.
is that I really like this rock. It's on a high ground, it's big, it's sturdy, it's hard.
Stop it. Get some help.
Joo. Karavaani kulkee ja koirat auttaa. Niin.
I would have not known this man was here had he not yelled. I would appreciate not getting jump scared when I carry too much stuff. The classic, where did I drop the item into the experience in a video game? That weapon, it belongs to the Mother Earth now.
No ilmeisesti kaikki jo. Onko se kokeilla vai apulottelua? Apukoitteita.
Miltä nyt tuntuu? Vituttaa!
Nää ihmiset järjestelemaan. Mene.
Dump my load and get back to it. I believe that is the plan I was thinking. And then I stumbled upon him.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it!
Their history. Since I had taken out quite a few rooms by now, I chose to dump all unnecessary gear into this box instead of hauling it into the cabin. Entering it would have reset the area and there would have been a new set of rooms. I enjoy a fine meal of beer and mustard straight from the tour and proceed to keep on going on. Most of the time, seasons and their weather kind of blows here in Finland, but the summer evenings are gorgeous, even to a jaded bastard like me. not the time to be thinking about natural beauty. There are stamina systems for both running and for weapon holding. Your movement speed and accuracy can become reduced if you run out of their respective bars. Sun is setting, visibility is becoming reduced, everything starts to look like a man's silhouette. A flashlight. The goose will spot you shining it from a kilometer away, by the way. How do I know this?
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
That red bar, it has one of the few friends that I have residing in it. The game, it could be categorized as a horror game. I don't like that. Why is that candle lit? Do you feel my paranoia? It's all too spooky for me, man. I need a TV break.
Hello everybody, my name is Matti and I'm from Finland. Today in Finland the parliament vote about the equal right for homo to marry. And there are people who say no homo in Finland. But I say no homo. In Finland we homo. And even myself am hetero, but I wish that in Finland everyone can homo in marriage for free. And that's it. Goodbye.
Are you just gonna be straight up blind during winter if summer nights are like this? more peak time programming.
It's also not Stanley Parable achievements, which is play the game for an entirety of a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Why the fuck?
Fucking Tuesday in it.
Shut the fuck up! I knew you'd say that. Shut your fucking mouth! Please don't say Suomi Perkele.
Suomi.
Yeah, got you.
Mental.
Stop, because hearing that in a non-British accent, it just feels like you're making fun of me. Just genuinely what it feels like. It just feels like you're taking the piss. Oh, shit.
That was very cool.
That's better. Please use broken English only for the rest of this stream.
Oh my
Can
god.
do. Welcome to the Hydraulic Press channel. Babies.
Suomi Perkele.
Babies.
Okay. Chat, clip that. I think it's too late.
Yeah, chat, clip that.
Too long to clip that. Yeah, true, Wobbly, you're actually playing the game, so you can't. You're not my clip bitch.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Here we
Wobbly,
go.
turn around. Pick these
I have
up.
a med kit. Wobbly.
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 Over here! Oh my god, this is gonna be horrible. A compensator? Wobbly, you do that a lot.
The color of that cool ski mask betrayed him.
Joo. Karavaani kulkee ja koirat auttaa. Niin.